In this presentation, we discuss the problematic situation occurring today regarding why Gen Z are leaving their jobs, either voluntarily or involuntarily, as well as the root causes, the frictional gap, and potential solutions for organizations. Why Gen Z workers are fired so fast. Unpacking the workforce crisis. The workplace revolution is here, and it's creating unprecedented friction. As Gen Z enters the workforce in unprecedented numbers, both employees and employers are struggling to find common ground. The result? A turnover crisis that's reshaping how we think about work, loyalty, and professional success. The Gen Z workforce explosion. Global workforce. Gen Z now represents over a quarter of all workers worldwide at 27%, according to the World Economic Forum's 2025 report. Face job changes. 60% of Gen Z workers experience termination, quitting, or job transitions within their first year of employment. Average years of work duration after starting a new job opportunity. Typical job tenure for Gen Z workers is 1.8 years, significantly shorter than previous generations. The influx of Gen Z into the organization has two significant impacts. One, reshaping workplace norms. This generation is the fastest growing segment, fundamentally reshaping workplace norms and expectations with their rapid entry. 2. Digital natives, new values. Born into a digital world, they bring fresh perspectives on technology, work-life balance, and social responsibility to the forefront. The rapid integration into traditional corporate structures is creating unprecedented challenges for both workers navigating new environments and employers adapting to evolving expectations. The numbers don't lie. The statistics paint a stark picture of workplace instability. 83% of Gen Z workers identify as job hoppers, embracing mobility as a career strategy rather than viewing it as a professional weakness. This isn't just about preference. It's about survival in a rapidly changing economy. Nearly 30% leave their positions within the first 12 months, with many describing their employment as a situationship, temporary, non-committal, and lacking long-term vision. The financial impact is staggering. High turnover costs employers millions in lost productivity, recruitment expenses, and constant onboarding cycles that never seem to end. According to the Gateway Commercial Finance 2024 report, 58% of Gen Z workers describe their current job as a situationship rather than a committed career move. The expectation versus reality gap. Gen Z workers enter the workforce with clear expectations for meaningful work, growth, and belonging. However, the reality they often encounter falls dramatically short. Let's explore the contrast. What Gen Z expects in the workplace are meaningful work that aligns with personal values, clear growth opportunities and skill development, sense of belonging and community at work, transparent communication from leadership. What they actually find instead are limited career development opportunities, 51%, disconnect between company values and actions, outdated management styles and processes, lack of mentorship and guidance. According to Deloitte's 2023 research, 49% of Gen Z workers enter the workforce expecting meaningful work, growth opportunities, and a genuine sense of belonging. However, the reality often falls dramatically short of these expectations. When faced with roles that offer limited development, unclear advancement paths, or values misalignment, Gen Z workers simply won't settle. They'll leave, often forcing employers' hands in the process. Culture clashes and communication breakdowns. 1. Communication styles. Gen Z expects frequent, transparent feedback, and digital-first communication. Traditional annual reviews and formal hierarchies feel outdated and disconnected. 2. Work-life balance. Mental health and personal well-being are non-negotiable priorities. They demand flexibility and reject the always available mentality of previous generations. 3. Technology integration. Digital natives expect modern tools and seamless tech integration. Legacy systems and outdated processes create immediate friction and frustration. These generational differences often create a toxic cycle. Managers perceive Gen Z as needy, unmotivated, or difficult to manage, while Gen Z views traditional leadership as inflexible and out of touch. Rather than investing in understanding and adaptation, many employers choose the seemingly easier path of premature termination. The mental health and burnout crisis in Gen Z. 1. 60% report burnout. Gen Z workers experiencing overwhelming stress and exhaustion, according to the American Psychological Association. 2. 75% seek mental health support. Actively looking for employers who prioritize psychological well-being and offer comprehensive mental health resources. 3. 42% leave due to stress. Exit their positions primarily because of work-related mental health challenges and lack of support systems. The always-on digital culture has created unprecedented challenges for the first generation to grow up entirely online. The blurred boundaries between work and personal life, combined with social media pressure and economic uncertainty, have created a perfect storm of stress and anxiety. Without adequate mental health support, employee assistance programs, or understanding managers, Gen Z workers quickly become disengaged, unproductive, and ultimately expendable in the eyes of their employers. Peer influence and cohort effects. The contagion effect. Groundbreaking research from the University of South Florida reveals a fascinating phenomenon: turnover contagion within Gen Z cohorts. When some members of a hiring group leave, others are significantly more likely to follow. This isn't just coincidence, it's psychology. Gen Z is highly social and digitally connected. They share experiences, compare opportunities, and make career decisions as part of an informal network. 1. Initial hiring cohort. Companies hire groups of Gen Z workers simultaneously, creating natural peer groups within the organization. 2. Shared experiences. Cohort members bond over similar challenges, frustrations, and workplace experiences, creating strong social connections. 3. Turnover trigger. When one or two members leave, it signals to others that departure is acceptable and potentially beneficial. 4. Mass exodus. The ripple effect creates cascading departures, leaving employers scrambling to understand what went wrong. What employers can do: bridging the divide. 1. Flexible work arrangements. Offer hybrid work options, flexible hours, and results-oriented work environments that prioritize output over presence. 2. Clear career pathways. Provide transparent advancement opportunities, skill development programs, and regular career planning conversations. 3. Mental health priority. Implement comprehensive wellness programs, employee assistance resources, and create psychologically safe work environments. 4. Cohort management. Design onboarding experiences that build strong peer relationships and community connections within the organization. Success requires more than policy changes. It demands a fundamental shift in management philosophy. Leaders must move from command and control structures to coaching and mentorship models. technology integration, frequent feedback loops, and alignment with social values aren't nice-to-haves. They're business necessities. The future of work depends on Gen Z. Understanding and adapting to Gen Z's unique needs isn't just about ending the revolving door. It's about unlocking the potential of the most diverse, educated, and technologically sophisticated generation in history. 1. Today's challenge. Traditional employment models are failing the largest generation in the workforce, leading to dissatisfaction and high turnover. 2. Tomorrow's adaptation. Organizations adapting their culture, communication, and career development will thrive, fostering loyalty among Gen Z talent. 3. Future success. A motivated, innovative workforce ready to lead the next phase of economic and technological advancement awaits. In summary, the organizations are facing new reality. The choice is clear: evolve or lose talent. Companies that successfully bridge this generational divide will gain access to a workforce that brings fresh perspectives, digital expertise, and innovative thinking. The investment in understanding Gen Z today will pay dividends in tomorrow's competitive landscape.